welcome back to another video in this series of debugging a rail network here provided to me from a viewer. There are two more areas I want to go through, the first being here and the second being the loop over there. So let's start with this one. This one is, I guess just to recap here, right? So this is a rail construction office, but it does have a throughway. So this is a potentially high traffic area for trains. If coming from the custom house, this is going to be the shortest path to get to the industry over here. It looks like we have some planned expansion over in this direction as well. And then based on the roads here, I suspect at some point he's probably going to run the rails along this highway, although I don't know that for sure, of course. So, what's going on here? Well, we know we have at least 3 adjacent junctions because we're seeing a green color. There's a lot of orange and not a lot of blue. So let's take a look. So let's start here at the kind of classic T-junction. So this is pulling off of the far track here. And I guess maybe a suggestion I have off the top here. This is fine. It probably does make sense to, it definitely makes sense to make sure that this line coming in has a way back to the rail construction office, but probably we don't need it to go through all of the switching. So we could maybe simplify the design just a little bit by having the throughway go through with just one cutover to the construction office for those cases where it needs to go there. Anyway, no worries. On this side here, we have, it's just coming off of the second one, and that's fine. We've seen this a few times in this series, the triple switches, which allows a train on any track to get to any other track. Although here we are not allowing access to this further track. So again, I'm not here to judge or make any assumptions on design, just to fix kind of what we have here. Okay, first thing, two signals this close together. Whenever you have a signal, you have to imagine a train sitting behind that signal. And this one right here, or this one, take your pick. These are just too close together. It's never going to be good for you. So I'm going to delete this. For now, I don't know how things are going to change, but we'll just make sure we're covered by making that a double chain. The other thing, this is a very, very minor thing, but just in terms of checking your layout health, a lot of blue is good. So I always like to take that to the extreme and get every inch of blue possible. So I'm just going to slide that up there. Really inconsequential. I do like that there are no signals within this T junction, especially since these cutover tracks, or this one especially, covers every single one. This one only covers 2, excuse me. And in fact, there may be something we can do here to help with that. So first off, looking at this end, we have all our signals very close to the junctions. The orange makes sense to me. Here we have, I guess one thing I don't like now that I'm looking at it. So we could probably get rid of these because these are technically in the junction. Okay. We're still dealing with a little bit of green here. That's okay. This is purple now because we are butting up against this orange intersection here. By removing some of these, we could make this one huge intersection. Trying to think about that, because you could right now have a train get stuck here blocking that. I think this is okay, but really, if you want it to be as simple as possible, let's make the intersection start all the way back down here. And if maybe I'll demonstrate that in a second here. We can do it this way. We don't need a chain leading in there. Okay, and then on the other side, so I like to work outside in because I guess that's just how my brain works. On this side, we have what makes a lot of sense here. We have the 3 tracks in and out here. We have the switches and signals on the other side of that. We have blue here. This one's purple, so this really doesn't need to be purple. So let's find where we can maybe improve that, and that's going to be right about here. So this is now blue. That's great. This, This is interesting, right? Because this isn't sort of your classical junction. This, I'm going to try some things, and bear with me if this is wrong, but I don't think these need to be chained going in, because these for all intents and purposes are just throughways. Okay, there's no way that a train can go anywhere else once it's on this track except for straight through. Okay. That costs a little bit of blue. It also got rid of our green because now we don't have the triple abutting extension. So let me just move these down to the end, as I like to do. Okay, now this is looking a lot better to me. We have a little split here, butting up against the larger set of switches here. That's fine. And then we have some blue through, and this is our T junction off of this track. So let me see. So okay. Let's do this, because there's a lot of blue track here, and this is also a great spot to just let this have a couple of spots here, because what I'm looking for here, so right, this intersection here, we probably don't want one to get stuck here, right, which is why we have the chain, because if it was coming from this direction, it's going to block all 4 of these tracks, so we don't want that. So we put a chain here. The rest of this, though, there's nothing interfering with it until we get all the way back down here. So that's just a straight through. And you know what? I think similarly, let's do that for this one, because that is also the case here. I don't know why placing this one there switches the purple and the orange. All right, so now our orange track, so we don't want anything stopping here, just because it, that's a long train, but I still don't love the idea of something getting stuck there. If it's just a little bit too long, you're going to block a lot of potential traffic. So we'll leave this as sort of a larger-ish T junction. Okay, and we actually did get rid of quite a bit of the purple as well. So I mean, signals are free, right? So if it's going to help at all, I will just throw them in. This is now looking like our purple junction is looking very contained to just the switches. Our orange junction is just the T junction, including kind of the track. If we put these right on the edge, that would be fine, but including the track just leading up to it. And again, optionally, we could maybe put one in here. I don't love doing that. I don't think this is going to be a very busy throughway. I think. Okay, so in order to get through this is single track. So in order for trains to get through this, they're going to be queuing up on one side or the other. So once they get into this section, I suspect they are all going to stay on this outermost path. Oh, I guess, okay, so they'll stay on the outermost path if they want to go down to the left here or off to the right here. But if they want to come down this leg, I guess they could still get there from over here, but I could see the game routing them through these switches to get over here. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. The game's going to do what it's going to do, and either one, I think, is perfectly fine. The only thing I'm looking at a little bit is this purple stretch, but I think that's good because I like having these signals here. You know, I don't think we need to make the orange extend all the way back up here. And yeah, I think this is in pretty good shape here. Okay, one more junction to look at, and then I think your network is in pretty good shape. I'm not really looking down here. It looks like this is just mostly unsignaled areas because you've built it and aren't using it yet, which is great. I've also gone poor. I'm I'm realizing now yeah, I've just been letting this play through. Unfortunately, I wonder if I can change the settings before I get to the next video. That also might be why I was seeing those electricity problems. Anyway, are the trains still running? Not sure, but all right. I'll do that between this and the next video. We only have one junction left anyway. It is a little bit so I don't know what the state of this was when I received it, but obviously things are not going well. I don't know if that was before the money issues and has kind of caused a death spiral, or if we just ran out of money because I wasn't paying attention to things, and now of course everyone's unhappy. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, a like and subscribe really helps out, and I'll see you next time.